I am at Home Depot and I found a special buy, and I am going to talk about it because this is a really good deal and I am buying some. So you may want to check out your special buy and see if your Home Depot is doing a special buy. Let's get right into it. What they have on sale. So it's a beautiful day in the middle of February, and Gary had to go to Home Depot. So I thought I'll go with him, and I can keep an eye on the hummingbirds to make sure they're not out of food. I filled them before we left so I can walk around. Now what I'm going to do here is just kind of show you maybe different parts than I hadn't shown before. So it's just going to be kind of a mosey on through. Now, I did find a super deal, and as you can see, I have to talk over this when I'm at home now with the hummingbirds out the window because it was so loud, their music, that I don't even think I could put it on the way it was. You wouldn't be able to hear me. Now, this I thought was really cool. You see this at Disneyland. These are fences that have plants. I mean, it's fake plants. It looks good from a distance, and they're all different prices, but look how nice that looks to put on a fence. And you stand back instead of an ugly fence. Gee, I wonder if I should put that on the front gate. Gary's been asking me what to do with the front gates. It's something to think about. And shade cloth is something I'm starting to look for too for the summer, so that's good to know. And he wants to check them out and find some really good shade cloth. We'll talk about more on that when we get to that project. So they have different types of shade cloth, and look at the fountains. I don't know if any of these are solar. That's not solar. This is all electric. Quite pricey. I'll tell you something. When I want pumps, I have 2 electric fountains in the yard. I get them off of eBay, and they're usually about half price. Okay, so then you got the flower pots, and you can use these for different bird fountains and planting and all different things. So this is what they had here. They're starting to get their spring stuff in now. That is cool. Now, if you want a raised bed and you have the money, look at this, $150. The legs are steel. This is supposed to be like a cedar, and you get it in a box and you bring it home and put it together for $150 if you want to use wood instead. There they are up on the top. That's a really good buy and a perfect size. It's bigger than the 18-gallon totes, of course. It looks more like it'd be even bigger. Does it say how big it is? Probably bigger than the 27-gallon totes you can get. But that is really nice. You don't have to bend over. There it is. It's an elevated garden. Look at that. That is really an excellent buy. Oh, this might be different than the one we're looking at. This one's all wood. This one's cedar. And then it's got a shelf on the bottom to hold things. This one is metal, so I'm not sure. You'll have to look at that. And then, of course, the onions. I'm already growing my onions. And then they got the different flowers here. Dahlias and all that. So I'm not really looking for that today. Actually, I'm just moseying on through to see if they've got anything I may want. I'm starting to grow a lot from seed now. I know a lot of you are still under cold and snow, but there are certain things you can grow in the house. So there are things that you can grow that won't get hurt by being in a pot too long, where you can't go with squash or cucumbers or stuff like that. It doesn't do well. Not now. They can't sit that long in the pot. By the time you put them out, they kind of go into shock, and you're wasting your time and your effort. And, well, we'll talk about that another day. But we're going to just kind of look. Now, look at the pots. Now, I'm not buying any of these pots. They're pricey. $50, $100. But you know what? It is good to look. Why? Because if you're ever somewhere like at a thrift store and you see a big pot and you're going, wow, that thing's $8. Then you go, wait a minute. I saw that for $80 at the store. Then you know. Look, they've got a lot of their trees in, and they're organized. I think last time we went and you looked around with me last month, it was kind of like all over the place. So they're starting to get organized. I think that's a banana. Poor thing. Probably from the wind and the weather. Looking for flowers for hummingbirds. And look at the pots. More pots. That's why you want to know prices, because sometimes when you're at a store, you're somewhere garage sale, you look at it and think, oh, that's too much. Then you know what they really cost. Let's see what this one is. It looks ceramic. Nope, it is plastic. Cool. Easy to move around. Boy, they do have a lot of pots. Now that's interesting. See these green ones here? They are anywhere from $3 to almost $8, 7 something. You can get a lot of those at Dollar Tree. Keep that in mind for $1.25. Maybe not the super big one, but the other one. So you can do better when you do it that way. Very pretty. A lot of color. I like color. Okay. So there's the plants here. These are big plants. And then they're potting soil they got already all over the place. I don't buy plant food at all. I bought plant food, 7 years ago, and I think I still have it. And I think it's dated that old too. I should use it just to use it, but it sits. Oh, that's interesting. It's got a nice stand. They're kind of a plastic. All right. Hibiscus. I like hibiscus. Is that not beautiful? It's a small potted plant. How much is it? Are you kidding me? $35, and it must be very special for that price in a small pot. Or maybe I just don't know that hibiscus are that expensive. There's more hibiscus. $35. Wow. Okay, I do have to do cuttings on hibiscus. And yes, you can propagate cuttings. I will tell you it's a very slow process, but you can do it. These are pretty. And let's see what else there is. Lavender? Are these lavender? Look at that. The bees love it. I see bees all over. I don't know, does it look different than last month? I guess it does. I don't know what our weather's going to be. Right now we're really nice. We had all that rain, and now the weather is about 68 degrees. And is it going to hold? I don't know. Are we going to end up dipping back down and getting cold again? But I thought you may want to just kind of look around with me. Now, no Kufias, nothing like what I'm looking for. If you notice, I don't see any salvias either. So it might be too early. That's real pretty. Isn't that showy? The yellow? $35. I don't have that right now. So let's see. More fruit trees? Yeah, I don't see anything I'm looking for. $40. Bare root. You know, I'll date myself. I used to remember when they were $7. You go there and you could get all this bare root stuff. I remember buying roses years ago at the 99-cent store for $1. Oh, there's a dove. He's hooting at me. Hoo-hoo. Hoo-hoo. Wow, look at that fire red plant. Okay, stepping through. Oh, look at all the primrose. These are pretty. You know, I bought some of those flowers 2 years ago, and they were red, and I kept them alive. They told me you're supposed to throw them out, dig them up, and start new the following year. That's what the guy told me at Home Depot. I said, well, I'll just keep them. He goes, nobody keeps them. They grew back white. So I don't know if they're color fed. I'm starting to think there's something they do to them, because I've got the same plant and it's white. The flowers are white with a yellow center. And when I bought them, they were just blood red with a yellow center. So I don't know. And a lot of stuff is color fed. I do know that. Okay, ground covers. Small little flats. $7? Oh my. Like a 6-pack. Okay. Like I said, I would only buy something if I found a different type of Kufia. I've got the Hummingbirds lunch. That's interesting. Looks like the spider plant. And my mother grows spider plant all over outside in front of her house. But it's in the shade, so it does really well. But yeah, I'm looking for like Kufia or salvias, and they don't have anything like that. Don't need any of this. I'm trying to go slow so you can see some prices if you want. Okay, I think I've really seen enough of this. Gary is getting plumbing stuff. I'm not sure what he's working on. He's got some project he's working on. He's always working on projects. St. Augustine. I remember my dad planted that when we lived in Los Angeles at her house. He said it's going to be the best grass. Do you know how hard it is to sit on that? Your legs get all indented. It's really hard to sit on, and you can't get rid of it once you plant it. It'll go into the house if you don't watch it. But boy, that stuff lasts forever. Look at that. Now, hummingbirds love these. Look at this. The perfect flower. The hummingbirds and the orioles. They even have weeds growing in there. Look at that. How much? $10. And you can propagate this. Oh, this is a blue aloe. Yeah, they love these flowers. Perfect for hummingbirds. Okay, they have a lot of plants that you can buy in bulk, and they give you a discount, which is nice. But I'm not doing that. Oh, look, the sedums. They have 3 trays left. They never got any more. People don't buy them. I still have my tray. Oh, here comes Gary with his plumbing supplies. But I want to show you the deal I found, and I think it's a really good deal. Look at all the cactus. Okay, a little bit through the flowers, and then I'll show you the deal. Beautiful. Again, I'm not looking for any of this. I want to grow a lot of my flowers from seeds. I grow a ton of zinnias and marigolds now. $13. Kangaroo paw. We had them for a long time, and then they kind of fizzled out. I don't know what happened to them. They just kind of one day disappeared. It died back. Maybe the gophers got them. Poppies. I do want to get some poppies. Not today. Okay, I bought that last year. It hasn't come back yet. I fell in love with the red flowers. Look at these roses, climbing roses, ladybanks. Very pretty. All right. I mean, the garden department looks good here at Home Depot. It looks like they're watering their plants and taking care of them. That's a good thing. All right, let's go kind of look at their vegetable plants, because I am just unreal. Look at this. If you buy 5, you get them for $10. Otherwise, they're $3.33 each. That's for one plant, but that's $2 a plant. Now, they're very limited on what they have. Now, look through them. Now, those are more money there, but they've got some onions. I don't want any onions. Look at that price. I don't know how long will be that price. If you're interested, grab them. They've got rosemary. That's excellent rosemary, $3.33, but $2 if you can buy 5. Go with a friend if you only want to pick up a couple plants. You buy a set of 5 and that's it. Parsley, but they're all flat leaf. I have flat leaf growing. I want some curly parsley. Now these are the tomatoes and peppers they're selling for $2 each. That's not bad. I did look through, and they only had 1 tomato per pot. So they really made sure that there was single ones. Now strawberries, hold it. I want to do my strawberry tower over, and I wouldn't mind to put some decent strawberries in there. I had some strawberries in there, like pineapple ones, and they grew these little white ones. I want my strawberries to be red. Jalapenos. You know, they have a pretty good selection. They've got some squash. I don't see zucchini, but they have yellow squash. Small fruited tomato. Look at that. And they had, I think, Big Boy in there, or Best Boy. Let's see what's in the back. Nah, it's the same one. It just pushed all the way through. Maybe we can see something special back here. That I'm going to tell you, it's small fruit baby boomers. Okay, those are 4 packs. But these, the ones on sale by Burpees, that is amazing. Again, they're all flat leaf parsley. I just like the taste of curly. I mean, flat leaf is okay, but like I said, I already have it. Excellent buy. Worth picking up a few. I'm going to. That is a really good buy. Now, I only buy really the tiny tomatoes, or small cherry tomatoes, I should say. For that price, it's worth it. I have a lot of volunteers coming up, but right now the plants are getting really big, and I don't know what they're going to throw. It could be great tomato plants, but it could throw very few. Now, there's heirloom. Oh, San Marzano. I love those. I had one growing for years and years, and I think last year it died out and I didn't get any cuttings. Now keep in mind, these containers are the cheapest plastic containers they can get, and it could also be with the fertilizer they use. There's different reasons why they're marked that way. It would be good to get them out of there, and if you were going to grow herbs and eat the herbs, I had been told by somebody that worked there once, let them grow for a few months before you eat them. Now, I don't know if it's really that necessary, but I would get them out and get them in different pots, especially herbs. Tomatoes going to take time. You're not going to leave it in the pot. But with herbs, you want to make sure you get them out of there. Now, this is nice, baby boomers. It's a small bush. It looks like something actually like a patio tomato where they don't get really big. I don't know if you remember, I grew one on the deck and it had like 15 tomatoes on it. It was a little tiny tomato plant, and I told Gary it's a toy. He was just flabbergasted with it. It had so many tomatoes, but to me it looked like a toy. It was just a nothing little plant full of big tomatoes. Good sized tomatoes too. Let's look at the more expensive plants. Now these are $6 each. And keep in mind, those burpees for $2 a piece will be this size in just a week or two. Once you get them home and start watering them and taking care of them, they're going to grow. Curly parsley. One parsley for $6. I'm going to have to tell you, I am way too cheap to put out $6. I can't see that. I will grow it from seed before I buy that. And they don't even look to me all that great. So most of these plants are $6 a piece. That's why I'm telling you that is a really good buy. 5 plants for $10. Let's see what's down here. Celery, $6. Nah, they're what, 4 packs? Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find my old seeds before I buy celery. I might just buy the seeds. That's how I started. Now, these are the troughs. That's a good buy too. They're heavy. So once you set them up, you're going to want to leave them. And still, off and on, you may want to, give them a good clean out, and you got to tip it upside down. That's why I like totes. Hold on, $14, $15? $13 for one parsley? I don't know if plants are going higher this year or what. They're going to sell out of the cheap plants, and then that's all that's going to be left in the next month or so. What are these? $5, one plant. Okay, one plant for $5. Roma. Remember, Dollar Tree had them for the seeds there, so you could just grow them that way. But there's all the different types of tomatoes. And they're a lot of money. Cilantro, $6.48. Wow. I don't know. And this is organic, so the pots should not be marked like with the warning labels on it. All right. One little plant for $5. Look at those plants. I don't know. I don't know if it's the cold or the sun getting to them, but they don't look that great. Broccoli, we can grow that from seed. Don't buy that. You can get the broccoli seeds, all that. They grow so fast. And that's a lot of money for one plant. It is organic, and I don't see any warning labels on them. So they use the cheap pots, if it is the pots, which would be your number 3s made out of tires and chemical plastics and all that. Seascape. I love those strawberries. They will throw strawberries all year, even in the winter. Keep that in mind. And then they use better pots for the more expensive. I am probably going to get one 4-pack because I know they'll last a long time if I take care of them. I don't know if I'll get that one, but I'm going to get a 4-pack. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick out at least 5 plants. I don't know of what. I don't want peppers. I grow tons of peppers. Let's see what this is. Paste tomato. No. Let's see. Small fruited baby boomers. I'm not sure. What would you get? I mean, peppers are good, but I'm growing them on my windowsill right now. Oh, I've got to get that video out on how I'm growing my peppers. I've got them all over the windowsill. No. Like I said, there's not a lot of varieties for $2 a piece. No, that's the one I want to get. How many are in there? This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plants. It's a 4-pack. Because you can separate them if you find more. Let's see. These actually look pretty good too. I don't see a warning label on this plastic, so they're not using either the chemical or using bad plastic, but I would still, when you're ready, you're going to get it out anyways. Okay, sweet peppers. These are all 4-packs. That's a good buy for $4. That's $1 a plant. So some Home Depots are bringing in cheaper plants. And as far as that warning label, it's on almost all your plants now. Keep that in mind. Now here's more. They want $5 because the pot is double the size. Look at that. Same plants. The baby boomer tomatoes, $5. Because what? It's got an extra week growth, maybe 2 weeks if that. A little loving care and you can bypass that. Remember, a lot of times smaller plants, when you buy them, will grow better than larger plants. You can plant 2 plants side by side. You get a really big one and a really small one, and the small one will overtake the big one because it can get used to its new surroundings much easier than a larger, more established plant. Believe it or not, it does work that way. So this is what I'm going to get. I'm going to go ahead and get one of those patio plants. I'm going to get 2 of these. These are the 100s. They never fail you. And I'm going to get some strawberry plants. I can't figure out how many plants are in there. It looks like there's a cluster, but I'm going to go ahead and get that. And then this one's got a whole bunch of them. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's 7 plants in there. So I'd be able to plant those all over. And that's the store. Like I said, we got out today to go there because he wanted some plumbing stuff, but check out your Home Depot. I hope I didn't bore you with this because I don't want to put stuff up you're not interested in. But I thought maybe you'd want to see, what we did today, and things are changing. They're getting in more plants, but I think they're going to get a whole lot more in later. So I guess that's it for today. This is what I did, and I can't go away long. Look at that. Is it geraniums? Because I have to do the hummingbirds constantly, so I have to keep looking to see if they've got food. Oh, a dime. I can make a phone call. Oh, I don't think there's any more phone booths. And are they 10 cents? Okay, I've just dated myself. Everybody have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this. It's just a stroll, and don't forget to eat what you grow. I'm going to go set up my new plants somewhere. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for joining me.